Welcome to GameBreakers. My name is Allison, and we're continuing our pirating adventures in our Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition game, where we sail the seas of the Shackles. I'm playing with David, Thomas, and Cedric, and last we left our press-ganged pirates, they had challenged the leadership of Mr. Plugg, acting captain of Ariadne's Folly. You'd been sailing to Port Peril as part of the skeleton crew of this three-masted vessel you helped capture when you were all jolted by the impact of her hull breaking. She'd run against the coral reef surrounding a small island. Mr. Plugg's poor navigation skills seemed to be to blame, and he was arguing with Master Scourge on the deck. Your compatriot Key challenged Mr. Plugg on the deck as Gideon froze the seawater to fill the hull's hole and negate the impending water coming in. And Plugg and Scourge had both drawn their weapons, and Mr. Plugg says, "I told you we should have killed them while they were sleeping. Let's end this now." And we all roll initiative.
I'm good at that.
I am not.
Swashbucklers get to add their charisma to their initiative roll as well.
Yo.
That's nice.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. How about I do that again? There we go. And you had a 13, even with all of that.
$11.
Did I really, with +0 initiative, get the best roll at 14?
Yes, you did.
I had a +7 to initiative, and I got...
I got plus nothing. I got a
Yep.
10x.
I have a +3.
No. Yeah.
All right, 14.
So as I'm placing myself on the map, where was the breach? I assume it was forward. Is it starboard or port? Left or right? Just give me left or right. I don't know.
Right.
Who are you
Okay.
impressed?
On the map. Right, I still need to put that on my to-do list. Learn ship parts. Yes. All right. So Mr. Plugg strikes first. He's angry already and itching for a fight that isn't with Scourge. So, Key, you are
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
right in range, and he attacks you. Oh, and gets a natural 20.
Oh! Right off the bat.
Yes.
That's not good.
To be fair, you really pissed him off.
Yeah. That is fair. This is just setting the tone for the remainder of this session. Right off the bat.
You mean with you dying?
Oh yeah, straight up.
And let's see. Yeah, 10 damage.
At least it's not too bad. You can't take a ton of those, but
Right. Let's not keep that up.
as far as crits go, I'm okay.
Right?
Bad one.
Yeah.
So yeah, and he has another attack, and he's let's see, does he hit you with a 15?
15 does hit.
Does hit.
Yeah.
11 damage.
I'm going to use my uncanny dodge and have that. So I'm actually only going to take 5. I remembered after the crit.
And
This one did more damage than the crit.
Right.
and he's jabbing ferociously, and connecting, unfortunately. And he has one more hit.
What is
Or
he
one
fighting
more
with?
attack. He's fighting with a spear, actually. And another natural 20.
Well, all right. It's nice playing with y'all.
Oh, this may
It's been
change
fun.
my tactics.
What a bit.
Let's-
13.
I'm not dead yet, but ooh boy.
Right, rolling high to hit, but not doing the highest on the damage dice. So he's got a lot of passion, but not as much follow through.
I mean, for 6 seconds doing as much damage as he did, he's doing just fine on the damage front.
Yeah. Ouch.
Yep.
All right, so Master Scourge goes next and approaches Key and strikes.
Oh. Hope you're still alive when I get up there.
I have 5 health left.
16.
16 hits.
Oh, man.
That's not good.
Yeah, alright, that puts me at 0.
Yeah, Master Scourge strikes a critical blow.
Yeah.
So the bird rogue was not a tank, is what you're telling me.
They're pretty tough individuals.
Yeah, you also critted a whole lot.
Yeah.
I want you to remember this next time we have a plan and you pick a fight anyway. I just want you to remember this.
He can't hear you.
I know. We'll have a talk about it. That's...
So, Korrim, what do you do?
Your turn to die.
How far am I from the surface?
Did Scourge move into melee range, by the way?
He did.
Okay.
Apologies on the map there.
How far am I from the surface? Have I hit the top of the water? I don't remember. Like it said, I was heading up, but I don't know. Like
You're about 10 feet from the top. And for what it's worth, Master Scourge on the rest of his round continues yelling at Mr. Plugg. What do you do, Korrim?
My plan has changed somewhat now that somebody just kept walking into blades.
Hey, for what it's worth, I was just trying to keep the ship from sinking. These assholes just took it as an insult.
Because you insulted.
You were keeping the ship from sinking. You were picking a fight. Anyway, I will. Okay, that's a bonus action. I am just gonna throw a perception check real quick to see if I know what's going down. Like I heard through the ice that there was a fight, but I don't necessarily know from where I'm at that that sloshing, gurgling sound is the Aracockra bleeding out. Let's see. I don't know. Yeah, I with a 22, I imagine that I can get a picture of what's going on up there.
Yeah, you can hear the steel and the steel clanging and there's definitely been a lot of shouting and it
right. Well, I don't
stopped.
hear Keith talking, and that means I know he's either asleep or dead. So it's
that as well.
That is very, very fair.
So as
I don't hear incessant talking. Something must be terribly wrong.
So as I crest the water, I am gonna pop a healing word. I mean, also with that perception check, I'm hoping I can hear about where he dropped, like where about on the deck that thud was, because this has a range.
Yeah, you rolled high on the perception. I'll give you that.
Okay. So I crest the water, and as a bonus action, I will pop off the healing spirit. How far do I have to swim to be able to see that point on the deck?
How far did you say?
You know, I can't get it with the angle we're at. I'm not going to be able to do it that way. All right, so back to plan A, and that is so I break the water and begin croaking, like I'm in Minotaur form, but you can hear it, and I am croaking the basic phrase, protect the Birdman, bird, and two giant toads are going to appear right there and right there.
I don't know why the Minotaur Druid has a frog theme, but I
The toads are rad.
It's true. No
both
argument.
frogs.
And they're horned toads, right?
They are giant horned toads. And do they get a turn right now? I feel like they do, but you're the GM.
They can act right when you summon them.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I know because Click Clack does the same thing. Ooh, bears! Or a octopus on a wolf.
So the Wolftopus. It was the most. It was the worst. Trip plus anyway, so the one that attacks Mr. Plugg got a critical. So you can play at that game, Plugg. The second one went for Scourge and almost certainly missed. I can't imagine that a
Yeah.
is gonna do it.
Yeah, you hit Mr. Plugg certainly, but yeah, Master Scourge evades your toad's grasp.
Okay.
Slimy grasp.
That's that's the end. That's what I do for now. That's all I can pull off this round.
All right.
If I'm going to maintain my ability to cure you,
Did you
I am gonna swim about 15 feet because you can move half your swim. Yeah, swim half your movement. So get to there.
Did you already roll damage for your toad and I just didn't hear it?
Geez, I sure did.
Nope.
So it rolls 1d10. So
just do that twice with a crit.
20 damage from 20 piercing and 1d. I'm not sure which one's poison and which one's piercing. I'll look that up right now. But 18 of one, 6 of the other, and +2.
Okay.
I'll look up which one is the D10.
It's poison's the D10.
Poison is the D10. D10. Okay, and then it was 18 poison, 6.
It actually looks like it's a D10 piercing and a D10 poison. If it's
Oh,
giant toad.
Okay, well, I rolled the wrong thing. Oh, -4.
Okay.
And he is now restrained. Oh.
Well, that was significant.
Yep, that matters. And now that he's got him, I will croak, "Get to the water, or to me!" And the toad will use its movement to jump 20 feet laterally and land pretty much right beside me.
Oh my god.
It's not a fair fight in the water.
So you're saying the frog grapples him? Is that what's up?
When it makes a bite attack, it auto restrains. So
Okay.
it's got him. He's not swallowed, but he's grapple restrained, and the toad can
Mhm.
automatically make a 20-foot jump with no roll. So
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
this is why the druid has a toad.
There you go.
Okay, and that is a 10 by 10 critter. Okay. Lest we forget.
Nope, not Plugg. Don't make Plugg that big. It's a frog. And there's 2 of them, you say?
Yeah, the other one is still on deck, engaged with Scourge.
And crushing one of the sailors.
If he's on our side, he can occupy the same space. If he's not,
Well, actually, yeah.
Then he's getting.
yeah, you could probably just shift the toad a little.
Yeah.
So I'd have to
No, he'd
summon him
probably
up.
shift that way.
Yeah.
That's fine. All right. So that was your turn, Korrim, right?
Yeah, and I will put myself up 5 foot distance. That's weird. And that's the end. That's all I got. Sorry, I couldn't
Okay.
save this turn. I'll get there.
It's all good. It's all good.
Key, make a stabilizing roll.
Yep. That's a success.
Woo!
Oh, he didn't.
Save.
No, so when you go to 0, you just make death saves. I'm not dead
Right.
yet.
No,
Yeah.
I thought Thomas had healed you a bit.
Oh no, summon toads instead because of line of sight.
Yeah,
Okay.
I couldn't get left side. I thought I had an aura, but it's just a 5 foot space, and I don't have
Okay.
it.
Good to know.
Later.
Mm-hmm.
Someday.
All right. So Gideon, what do you do?
When we left off, I had just frozen the hole in the ship and was headed upstairs.
Yeah,
And
you could get up there this turn.
Okay. How much of my movement would that be?
About 10 feet up the stairs. You were just about there.
Yeah. So where am I?
Let me
Well, we're on the
put you on the map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crap, there's a toad on the stick now.
Okay. What is Scourge doing right this second?
Well, he had been yelling at Mr. Plugg, who has been thusly carried off by a toad or a giant frog. So he's now gaping at a giant frog that remains on the deck.
And Key is on the ground, hemorrhaging.
Yeah.
Okay.
Twitching and gurgling.
Yeah. I run up, touch Key. My eyes flash up even brighter blue than usual, and you heal 5 hit points.
Oh heck yeah.
I don't even need to roll. I just do that once every long rest.
That's really nice. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, that's about all I can do right now. Oh, how much of my movement was that?
It was 25 feet total. It was oh no, it was 20. Sorry, because 10 up and 10 over.
Yep.
I'm gonna back up. I am not a melee fighter. So I basically just run up and tag you and heal you and just run back over my sisters.
Back to safety.
And you're it.
All right, so that was Gideon's turn, and Sandara joins the fight here, and she runs in and throws down a heal on you.
Oh man, I feel the love.
Oh, and she rolled max, so 11
Oh,
hit points
shit.
back. So yeah, she's down with Mr. Plugg and other crewmates who are not interested in really joining the fight, but are watching. Yeah, down, Mr. Plugg. So
Yay, boo!
They're pointing down.
I can just imagine that this is a very bizarre experience for Key. Basically, like getting like a good like one-liner off, then promptly getting stabbed to death, and then waking up, and one of the guys that stabbed to death is missing and replaced with a giant toad, who may or may not be Korrim.
The first thing you saw when you woke up is the creepy guy's eyes glowing bright blue,
Yeah,
looking down at you, and then he ran away.
yeah. I think just thanks.
So you are now standing, huzzah! And we're back to the top of the round. And Mr. Plugg, he is currently being grappled by a toad.
He's underwater, I assume.
Yeah, and underwater. So he wants to get out of the grapple.
He's disadvantaged to strength checks if he's underwater. Strength checks, ability checks.
Perfect. All right.
It's a DC 13 to escape, I think.
Yep, he doesn't escape.
Excellent.
Ha 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 ha.
Is Korrim in toad form right now, or is Korrim in Minotaur form?
Korrim is a swimming minotaur.
Okay.
Do you think some people look at your Minotaur form and think if that's one of your beast forms?
I quickly disabuse them of the notion by showing them how you use horns you've had since birth.
Wham!
Also, he's humanoid, and none of the beasts are humanoid.
Kangaroos are scary and pretty humanoid looking. Just saying. Kangaroos.
It's true. It's true. I mean, even toads, if you think about it. That's so they stand up on their hind legs. I can even wear gloves.
They have
Speaking
arms and legs, but beyond that.
Speaking of toads, Master Scourge, on his turn, attempts to attack the toad.
That is a hit.
Would 7 and 9 hit?
No.
All right. On this toad here. So, all right, hits once. That's good.
On Scourge, you only had to beat an 11.
Oh, and I shouldn't have rolled that last one. I was looking at the wrong sheet there, but it didn't hit anyway. Nine damage.
All right.
Slashes at the giant frog, frog, with a longsword.
Little nick in the blubbery hide, just enough to make the toad mad.
All right, Korrim, it's your turn.
Korrim, mid-battle, briefly entertains the idea of training toads with barbarian levels, and then gets back into the it. Okay. I just need to see what the. Okay, so now I will cast Water Walk. That is not a concentration spell. Just lasts for some time. And can I only cast that on myself? Yes, seems only to have one target. Okay, so that's just me. I will cast Water Walk. Immediately float up to stand on the waves, and then as a bonus action cantrip, I will produce flame. Or wait, nope, not a bonus. That's not a bonus action. As a free action, I will call the toad up from the depths.
All right.
And have it open up so I can see Plugg tucked in.
That
And
swallow just chewed.
I'm gonna fucking monologue him if it takes a bonus action. I speak for the sea, and you have failed it. Without ship, without crew, you have nothing but water, and the water is mine. I have failed your crew and your ship, and so you will lose them. And then I just gesture for the toad to back down.
All right. With a bonus action, I think you can monologue a bit. I'm fine with that.
Action or free it. If I used it, that's fine. I will not turn myself into a toad.
Yeah, that was a little more than
So over 10 words? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I accept that. So that was spell. Toads. Toads. One toad cannot bite, but it can go sit on the bottom of the ocean till it's done. It will attempt the swallow check.
Okay.
It could just go to the bottom of the ocean and go.
Oh.
Just let the water rush in. Just.
I think I'm glitching. Did I just make a roll? Did that come up for you guys?
I didn't see
did
one.
Not. No.
A D8.
No, that one was mine. That D8. Oh, there's your roll.
There it is.
That was not a swallow.
Nope.
Nope. Did not make the second bite.
All right. Anything else on your turn?
The other toad is going to continue to make Scourge's life interesting, and that's a 15 to hit.
15. That does not hit.
All right. Well, it continues to press the advantage, and it will. I can't move the toad, but if I could move it to here, so that it can perch a little bit. Get the high ground. Just fly.
Like up here?
Yeah. He should still be in melee, like, because I don't want to leave his reach and provoke attack of opportunity. It's just turning.
Can it fit? And still not leave his range?
How big is that ledge? I assumed it could just kind of like, you know, frogs are always on something uneven.
Right.
Like right there, like kind of back legs on.
Yeah, if it'll fit there.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if it's like a 10-foot.
And you should be able to control those frogs, by the way, if you want to move them around.
Okay, I can. Yes. So this one will just swim its swim speed of 30. Yep, about that. Bon voyage!
We won't miss you.
As a note, he can attack the frog from the inside with a piercing weapon, just even if he is swallowed, but he's not. So,
Noted.
Water walked, I've coded, I've monologued, I'm out. Bonus action monologue, I'll take it.
Some weird combination of the Lorax and Green Arrow.
Right.
You have failed this ocean.
All right, Key, you're up next.
I am up.
You get to say something about all this now.
I'm still a little bit woozy and disoriented. So I guess while Scourge is gawking at the frog, I'll just be like, it's impolite to take your eyes off of an opponent. And then I'll attack him, except for I don't think that a 16 hits. I think that we just maybe I misheard.
No, yeah, that's just quite not quite enough.
Unfortunate. Well, then I will go ahead and do the thing that rogues do, and I will use my bonus action to disengage, and I'm just gonna fly up. I'm gonna maybe hop on a mast over here.
Okay.
I'll put a little marker on here showing that I am in the air, or that I am above. Cool.
All right, so you fly into the mast to get some distance between you and the battle. Anything else?
Nope, because that's all I can do.
Gotcha. Gideon, what do you got?
Are there any pirates on Scourge's side? Or are we just like all? Are we just fighting him, or are we fighting other people too?
No one besides Scourge seemed to join Mr. Plugg in that endeavor, and many are now chanting down with Plugg. Some are going Toad, Toad, Toad.
Well,
So
I can't understand.
Does
I'm sure.
he's about to be ganged up on, or are they still waiting for us to do the work?
They're starting to get their swords out, but no one has joined the battle yet, joined the fray yet. Mm-hmm.
Okay then. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. I need him to make a Constitution save. Spell save DC is 16.
DC is 16. Constitution. Yep. He makes it.
Damn. Well, I tried to cast a spell on him, but he shrugged it off.
Right.
but it was a level spell, so this could get interesting.
Oh no.
Nope.
No wild magic surge today.
No. Nope, it's not interesting.
The day is young.
Mhm.
And how far up did you fly, Key?
Well, I flew up to kind of the bottom. Oh wait, yeah, part of the mast. So like kind of the bottom part of where the sails tied off. So I'm just kind of perched there.
Was there anything else on your turn, Gideon? I think that was the end of yours, right?
I'm gonna send Pickle out invisible. Just he's not doing anything yet. I just want him up in the area, flying around. In case it happens.
All right. So Pickle does so, and Sandara, who is she looks up at Key and she casts a spell, and you now have Shield of Faith for +2 to AC.
Oh, thank goodness. Now I have like respectable AC.
And then the last thing that happens this round is a couple of your compatriots join the fight here.
About time.
They take out their scimitars and slice heroically, but don't actually connect.
They did their best.
Did they though?
I mean,
not enough rum.
I didn't say that their best was very good. I just said they did it.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right, and so top of the round, Mr. Plugg attempts to escape. And as if he does that, does it take the whole round trying to get out of that grapple, or can he also attack?
I believe it is an action. So if he could attack as a bonus action, he could still do that. But it's an action to escape the grapple.
Yeah, he's just going to do some attacks. Oh.
Suck it, Blue.
Oh, well, he got one good roll out of all that.
Even with disadvantage from being underwater.
You rolled a 1 and a 20 in a row.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see. For the disadvantage here. Let's see what I rolled disadvantage on that 20 with. That'd be great. No, it's if it would be another 20, I was gonna laugh really hard, but it was not. All right, so hits with 1, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
With that 16 that I rolled there.
That definitely hits. For 11.
Damage.
That one was still fresh. Okay. Down to 28.
All right. So that is Mr. Plugg's turn. He swipes at the frog as it carries him away. And Master Scourge attacked on multiple fronts here. He's gonna slice down one of these pirates, or attempt to.
Sure is. Wow.
Oh, 2 3s in a row. How easy? They're not that easy to hit, are they?
He's rolling like my spell worked.
It's the placebo spell. He thinks he got hit.
Roll 20,
saw me
felt it.
gesturing at him and got all freaked out.
Spooked him.
Scourge made the save. Roll 20 did not.
All right, and that is Master Scourge's turn. Korrim.
How deep is the water?
The water here isn't terribly deep, about 5 to 10 feet, depending on where you're standing.
Okay. The other toad's gonna get out of range probably for me to give it any commands this round, so I just tell it to swim out to deep water and stay at the bottom. Keep him in your mouth. Just deliver him straight to Davy Jones.
Express.
Express. The other toad just critted Scourge.
A lot of 20s this game.
Yeah. Conjure Animal MVPs. The damage turned out to be 9, 18. What's the bonus? 20 damage total. 8 of that was poison. 3 was piercing.
20 damage. Gotcha.
And he is now restrained. And when I hear the satisfying sound of a toad's sticky tongue latching onto prey, as a free action, I will give the croak. And have the toad deliver him to me for further monologuing.
So you need to make a grapple check there?
If the bite hits, they get grappled.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that is just how life is for them now.
On Scourge's next turn, he can make an escape roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. So about to there. And he's still targetable, just so you know. Like the frog probably it's not that far under the water, so you guys can still see him. He's not swallowed, just restrained. It's got him by the leg or something.
Yeah. All right. Is there anything else? I was gonna say, I don't remember the Minotaur doing anything.
I am gonna deliver a free action and then ready a spell if Scourge remains hostile. My free action is gonna be Plugg or the ship. Choose. I'll wait for his response.
After counting down?
As I will be counting down
Okay.
as the round is going. I have an action.
Right.
ready, but and that's my turn. I'm ready.
Noted. All right, Key.
All right. Well, I did a whole heck of a lot of nothing.
Raise the cheer. Raise the cheer. Claim
Uh,
quick.
Yeah, so I guess I'll swing down theatrically from the mast, blood just like dripping down the like white of like the front of like my breast feathers, and I just say, Plugg has just been sent express to Davy Jones' locker, courtesy of our good friend Korrim.
The ocean itself.
Of,
From over the side of the ship.
From over.
I have no charisma. I just interrupted.
Yeah. Oh no. I think that he nods from the ocean itself. This ship is ours now. Everybody did a great job. I'm gonna go make sure that we don't keep sinking. But great, Cedric is not as charismatic as Keith. What?
Start giving orders.
Well, let's get this shit cleaned up and let's get ourselves to an actual port rather than these rocks. And
you want to make a performance or persuasion check?
yeah, I can
Whenever
try.
you're.
I am pretty good at both of those things, and also apparently not getting great rolls tonight. That's a 14 though.
14. So you rally the crew and they cheer and they are excited to throw Scourge and Mr. Plugg off board into the mouths of toads along with you. So you have the crew is on your side and they're are prepped.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I guess I guess I take this moment to figure out how we stop the ship from taking water, because I was bleeding out by the time that anybody that saw it got up. Yeah, other than that, we just kind of clean up and I probably start looking at charts and figuring out where we're at, because I think there was stuff that they were looking at when they were arguing about when we got up here, right?
It's true.
Yeah.
So there's Scourge and Mr. Plugg are still alive and being held in the mouths of toads.
Yeah.
But we're kind of out of combat for a moment as they figure that out.
Yeah, for sure. We can resolve the Scourge Korrim interaction. That was something that seemed a little bit more time sensitive than other stuff.
Yeah. So Scourge, in response to your question, Korrim, spits in your face.
Rude.
And tries to stab the toad.
Okay.
Is he also underwater? Did your toad take him underwater?
It's only 5-10 feet here, but yeah, I mean the toad doesn't have water walk, so
yeah. Yeah. And he doesn't hit. What do you do in response to that, Korrim? With your toad?
Well, I said I had ready to spell, but I thought I had more immediately offensive spells. Turns out all my stuff's sustained. So, if I can make just a melee attack with my horns, so I wouldn't have dove overboard to do repairs with shield and spear, but I'm never unarmed.
I can keep the hole plugged until we can get to a port to fix it.
Right. I think that probably while this is going on, Gideon is explaining to Key that we currently have a cork made of ice in the side of our ship.
I only need to refresh it every hour.
Hell yeah.
And if that connects, well, whether or not that connects, that triggers the melee attack triggers my hammering horns bonus action, and I would really love it if I could make the shove attack to shove him into the toad. Totally up to you.
Yeah, sure.
Just headbutt him down the toad's throat.
Say oh.
Maybe you'd that could I'd say that could give the toad advantage on swallow.
Okay. I did 5 points of damage from the shot.
Nice.
And then the shove is gonna be a 21.
Yep.
All right. So that's my triggered action, and then I tell that toad to follow your friend and bring back both their bodies when they're done. Loot.
Yep.
We have plans for them.
I have special relationships with both of those guys as swords now. Fuck.
Yep.
Hey, Captain.
Yeah. I think that he instinctively says "yup" and then like realizes, like catches themselves, and they're like,
Good job. Keep that up. Otherwise, you're next.
I give a flourishing bow.
You were that scarecrow fellow. Should probably go shadow the toads and make sure nothing floats up alive.
Yeah, doesn't seem like a bad idea. I pull up my lightning javelin and I just go and I fly out over the water. Just keep an eye out.
Does anyone tell me to do this?
Hey, you wanna come with just in case we get some extra fighty fellas out off the ship?
I doubt that'll happen, but okay.
Yeah. I mean, if you'd like to keep the ship plugged, I'm also very much on board with that.
I can do both.
Yeah, there you go. Bam.
And as your new first mate, I'll wrangle the crew.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
You say that, and Gideon just you notice like a like not saying out loud, but there is kind of a this guy's the new fucking captain, really? Glad I can fly.
No, captain is way too much work.
All right, so the crew is rallied, and are you back on the ship, Korrim? Can I move you on the ship?
Yeah, I've still got water walk up, so I'll be like monitoring the rest of the ship and seeing if I can like shape water and do cantrip things to help get us off the reef. Practical stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Maintaining the ice, things like that.
So they're after evaluating the ship, folks who are kind of your value, probably Korrim, you may be familiar with some of it as well as Key on terms of what the damage is. It'll take about 4 days of repairs to fix the damage to continue sailing. And yeah, and it is currently plugged up with ice per Gideon's spell cantrip.
Right on. After hanging out over the surface of the water, do I see Mr. Plugg or Mr. Scourge surface?
They do.
Maybe give it like 10
eventually
minutes.
Surface.
They do?
They do.
Alive?
No.
No. Okay. All right.
Ex-pirates.
All right. So I guess I'll nod to Gideon and be like, "Hey, let's
expiration date."
So I nod to Gideon. I'm like, "All right, let's get these clowns back onto the ship. Let's just letting this stuff go to waste."
A pirate's funeral. Take all their shit.
Yeah. The sea can have them back when we're done.
Whichever one looks lighter, I pull it up onto my broom and fly back to the ship.
Well, the toads do last for an hour, and if they didn't get killed, one of them had orders to bring them back.
Oh, okay.
That is also fair.
That is way better than me trying to lift something.
Yeah, they spit the bodies out on the deck here.
Oh yeah. And
come bounding in. Bleh.
Cool. And then, so as we have confirmation of Mr. Plugg and Mr. Scourge's demise, I think the first thing I do is I go get the fucking rum. Hey, this is a time to celebrate, if no other.
It would be
Yeah.
hilarious if it turned out there wasn't.
Oh,
That
go
would be
ahead, what?
so fucking funny if there was actually no rum, especially after we located an object.
You locate the key to the captain's quarters on Mr. Plugg, and once you get in there, you find a couple barrels of rum.
Hell yeah! All right, cool. Yeah, we'll let this is a fucking celebration. So, drink up and
Yay!
yeah, I make sure to make a point of actually fucking like controlling myself this evening, because holy shit, I have to figure out how we're gonna get to somewhere for repairs. Or
Right?
get
Yeah, now
materials for
everything's your
repairs.
responsibility. Great
Right.
job. Here's to the captain!
While other people are getting blasted, I'm now that we're in the office, I'm actually investigating to look for what the actual plan was. I'm looking into like drawers and documents, and I have no interest in getting drunk, so I'm over here.
Okay, you want to give me a search check for that?
Investigate probably be the one that matches.
I was pulling up my list of skills just to do that very thing, investigation.
I knew what you meant. 12.
12.
Yeah.
Laid out on the captain's desk are maps, and they're fairly sloppy. And there's some other navigation tools as well. From what Captain North had said, you were supposed to be going to Port Peril, but it does look like they were going to Rickety Squibs. And yeah, that's you find evidence of that in the captain's quarters. And you and with a 12, you find the food taster that was in the captain's quarters. The young girl who was bringing the food. She's like literally in a cabinet.
I let her out.
And she walks out. She doesn't say anything. She just looks at you.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Is it? Where's? I don't know. She seems kind of dazed. She doesn't seem like she talks to a lot of people.
Man, this would be a good time for my heal spell. Does she look hungry, tired, anything?
She doesn't look well fed, but she doesn't look in like less poor health than most pirates. You know what I mean?
Right. What was your relation to the captain?
I brought food, and I tasted it, and then I stayed in here, and I didn't say anything. That was what I did.
Oh dear. The captain's no longer in charge. And I do not believe the new captain is going to want to employ you in the same way. I can't speak for him, but he seems like a different kind of captain.
Okay. Can I? So I don't have to sleep in this cupboard?
No.
Okay. So she kind of she's sort of dazed, like realizing the captain's not, or that Plugg isn't there. That she wanders out through the door. Sunlight.
I need some comparative measurements. How big is she, and how big is the cabinet?
So she is probably like mid-teens, and it's a 5x5-ish. It's big but not huge.
Like kind of a dresser kind of thing.
Yeah, but it is but about half height.
Right. Okay.
Oh, jeez. You'd pay like $1,900 a month for that in New York.
Yeah, that's also not good living conditions. Okay, now there's a child. We're gonna go outside. And you're gonna be around people for a while. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Do I have reason to be worried about the crew around a teenage girl?
I mean,
I know pirates, but Kieran Knightley.
Not particularly. No.
Okay.
Not if she's crew.
Okay. Are you ready to go outside?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We join the party.
Cool.
Someone hands her a drink as you walk in, and she looks at it, and she knocks it back. And
There you go.
All right, and she's in rum ration. She's in the crew now.
Yep. There you go.
As they entered, Gideon is like keeping a watchful eye, and as soon as she downs that, he like instantly relaxes. I'm like, oh, okay.
And then like 10 minutes later, she's throwing up over the side because she hasn't eaten anything, and it just.
Right. No, I'm
stuck back rum for the first time, but she's in the crew. That's all that matters.
Yep.
I'm still clocking her. I'm keeping a passive eye, but like for like the first minute, he's overprotective father, and then he sees her down a 40, and she's cool. Okay. Hey, Key, how you doing?
Yeah, Key has, I think, located the best tricorn hat that he could find, or that they could find in the thing. They're very much parading around because that's what they do. They're not good at a lot of things, but parading around and getting stabbed are two of those.
I mean, if you're gonna get stabbed, you might as well get paraded around.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so revelry continues into the evening. Thomas, or Korrim, I should say, they several crewmates they want to engage in toad wrestling. Toad wrestling. Are you? Because they know you can bring toads. And they know maybe you can be a toad. So there's some drunk strong folks who want to see how long they can last against a toad.
I'll take a bonus action and then melee attack before they're done issuing the challenge. 19.
19. That hits.
Feeling froggy? Just leap.
I will forego the bite damage. Like gums over the teeth. I'm not looking to actually hurt them, but they're immediately instantly grappled and restrained.
And instantly, and as you do that, like 5 or 6 others just like jump on the frog, and they're just holding on. See how long they can hang on.
How far to the water line?
How far to what?
To the water line.
Oh, like 10, 15 feet.
They are all going in. It's a 20 athletics check if it matters to.
Yeah, that's a lot of extra weight. What's your strength?
19.
19.
My gloves.
Right, on your froggy hands. Yeah, I'll say that you managed to get the mob and yourself in the water, and there's but but you are once back on board. Everybody drinks around to you.
By the way, I definitely would have asked the girl's name.
Oh. Aria.
Aria? Okay.
Yeah.
Just seemed like something I overlooked that would have happened.
Right? Cupboard girl doesn't seem like probably the best moniker.
That's not good for job interviews.
I'm gonna go hit up the maps and see where they screwed up, where exactly we are, and how we get to Port Peril.
Mm-hmm.
You find them neatly laid out and properly arranged and just left.
So you want to make a navigation check?
13.
13.
Oh, if I have tools, that will be.
You do.
16.
16.
Right. Our proficiency is currently 4.
3.
So it's about you successfully chart a course to Port Peril, which is what you had wanted, and correct?
Yeah, to basically figure out, from here to there, how much food we're gonna need, because we got to stay, pairs. We were on skeleton crew. Not sure we have rations. Like, I'm just doing some rough napkin math to figure out like how long we're gonna have to feed these men.
So, based on things you overheard and whatnot, that you are on the way, supposed to be on the way to Rickety Squibs, or that's where Mr. Plugg was supposed to be leading the ship surreptitiously. But as you kind of make this navigation check, you realize, look over the maps and use the tools, that he had actually gotten the ship off course from even that course, and that is why you seem to have run aground. Miscalculations and some pretty amateur moves from your navigation knowledge.
Okay.
But you can successfully plot pick the direction to go.
Yeah. So how far from Port Peril, assuming fair seas?
About 5 days.
And is there any indication of how much food we have? Or if not, I'll just check the galley.
So that the fresh water in storage was damaged and lost during the crash. The food is low, but not gone. And one team was sent out for provisions, but hasn't come back yet.
Were they sent out like a few hours ago, or were they sent out how long has it been from like this team going out to get provisions to like now?
It was they had a few drinks at the party, and then they went to go gather some food. They drew the short straws. It was Sandara and another.
Okay, cool. But it hasn't been like so long that we should be worried, though.
No, not no.
And I can take care of food. It's water I'm a little worried about. I mean, I don't know that Goodberries necessarily does water.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
And there's a lot of other reasons we need fresh water.
Yeah. I'm gonna just while the festivities are going up, I'm gonna fly up to the crow's nest, use my eagle eye to kind of just check out this island, figure out if there's anything of note here, if there is a port here, or like any level of settlement that might be worth being aware of,
or even a river.
Yeah, and I have essentially magical telescope.
All right, so you fly over and survey the island. You want to give me perception check?
Yeah, I could do that. May I take advantage for using my magical spyglass?
Yeah.
Cool. Perception. And then here's the first roll, or that might actually roll twice. Oh, damn, that was a 9 and a 5. Wow.
Ooh, ouch.
Oh, nice.
Yep. That's what happens when you have a -1 to wisdom.
Right. All right, so your ship is the one that's up here on the north part of the map. There's here, it's kind of looks like a fishtail here. It's a big rock. There's an empty, a few buildings in this area, but you didn't see anybody there.
Right. Okay. But there are buildings, which means that there either are or were people somewhere on this island.
Yeah, and you see some kind of strange growth here that looks more.
Sorry,
I don't know.
one more time.
So a strange growth here that looks more human-made, but it's hard to tell from your. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think my ping worked. And then a building here. Oh, and then you see a little bit of, a 9. That's a rough one.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, I'm impressed with how much I got out of this 9 already.
Yeah, there's some, stuff to see from the air. That gives you a natural advantage.
Yeah.
And where on the island are we wrecked?
On the north side, there's the boat.
That way.
Oh, I see us. Yes.
Yep,
Yeah.
right here.
So we're a little bit of a ways off the coast. But yeah. I mean, I don't want to have Gideon working around the clock to just keep refreshing this shape water 24/7.
Oh.
Do it in shifts. Yeah, okay. Well then in the morning, do we want to go get supplies, or do we want to do it we can put together a team right now and try and go get supplies for immediate just kind of patchwork now.
Unless there's going to be a fight, I'm not really prepared for things like exploration and I was set up to get rid of Plugg and Scourge, and I think we did that just fine.
Yeah.
But tomorrow I can have things like speak with animals, speak with plants. We can,
Yeah, for sure. Then we can definitely hold off till morning as long as that's agreeable to you and Gideon. And then in the morning we can set off to go get supplies and get this patched up.
Do we have something to plug the boat while you and I sleep?
Well, I think the idea was y'all would take shifts so you weren't sleeping at the same time.
Yeah.
You can break up a long rest like that?
No, it's just I cast it while you're doing long rest, and then
I see what you're saying.
I go to sleep, and you take.
Obviously. Sorry.
If I'm just explaining the concept of shift work to you, and this is how pirates take shifts.
No, my character's smarter than that question. Never mind.
Yeah. Okay. So then I guess we let the reverie go on a little bit more. I probably seeing that we don't have a ton of rum. I probably after a little bit, I'm all right, that's enough for tonight. But the party probably keeps going for until.
And then they mutiny.
And then they mutiny.
Right, that's why they call it a rum ration.
Yeah. Right. It's. Yeah. But I think that other than that, I try and figure out, who was already doing what, so that I don't have to teach people how to do different jobs. Except for we need another swabby. And Gideon, are you still wanting to be a cook, or
I
I
might
mean,
as well.
more than earned a promotion?
To what?
I don't know. I guess at one point in time you were a cook's assistant, but I guess you're the only cook now.
Yeah.
You could
Cook and quartermaster
you know.
or senior officer positions, they
Yeah.
get a higher share.
Mm-hmm.
Comes time to divvy loot.
Sure.
Okay. All right. Just want to make sure that I'm not just ignoring the help that you provided during the fight. You were very much appreciated, both of you.
Are you, Gideon, one of those magic-y folks that can identify magic items?
No.
You, all right.
You mean the spell identify?
Yeah, that.
No.
Oh.
That's more of a wizard thing.
Yeah, what exactly? So there's wizards, there's sorcerers, there's warlocks. Which flavor do you do?
Little a column B, little a column C.
Got it.
And some other bloodline, life experience, weird shit. And he gestures at the horrible burns and walked away.
Once he's like, I'd probably be out of earshot by the time I wisdom, not charisma. It's like, I don't know, weird. Good thing is on our side.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
So, Captain, if I could recommend, this ship is supposed to be under the command of Captain North.
Right.
Steer clear of the most trouble if we acted as though that's how it's always been. Just carry out Captain's order.
I was thinking the same thing when we were trying to figure out what our relationship to North was after killing his first mate and whatever Scourge did. Just cheap asshole.
Am I in the room for this conversation?
I assume so. Senior officer meeting.
Do we need to pass off as the recently fired captain?
No, we just tell North what's up when we see him.
Yeah.
No, the other one. The ones that were just
the ones that we killed. No, I think that North's plan was to sell this ship.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we just carry out with North's plan. We're still, I mean, that was part of the reason we tossed Plugg off the ship, is he was going the wrong way.
All right.
Yeah.
So let's not do that, because
best not to make extra enemies on the seas.
Right. You get a reputation when you start turning against pirates on a regular basis.
Yeah.
I just like to know what our story is in case I'm asked.
Yeah,
I like truth. That's really easy to remember. There's no rum in the world that will do more than embellish the truth. You can't give away the secret if you don't keep the secret.
Yeah.
Right? He was a scurvy dog. We put him down.
Yeah.
You went against our captain.
Yeah. All of those are true statements. I think we're good.
All right, so the party continues late into the evening.
Mm-hmm.
Was there anything else that y'all wanted to do before going to sleep?
While I'm resting, I have Pickle on reconnaissance, just keeping a watch out.
I'm probably figuring out who seems like they're gonna be the most useful the next day, and trying to find like another person, maybe a person or two to come with us ashore. Or I guess we could wait until the others get. The others just went on a job. I wouldn't want, if they come back, I don't want to send them another one right away. So I maybe find like the 2 least potentially useless looking people for the next day to.
All right.
You should definitely open with that.
What's up?
Yeah.
You should definitely open with that.
Which of you is going to be the least least useless tomorrow?
I hate that you're my worst men. Yeah. So that would be the Conchabar, the Bard, and Rosie, the Rogue. So those 2 seem the least incompetent.
All right. Cool. Yeah, I'm not talking about necessarily as people. I'm just trying to figure out, making sure that like there will be people who are functional tomorrow. Like you don't want the whole crew to just be out of commission the next day.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
We could start things.
All right, and so the party continues, and eventually everyone heads down to the lower hold for the evening, and we'll start the next day after a quick break. You've been watching GameBreakers. If you like it, hit the like button. If you want to see more, subscribe, and we have stuff on Patreon. So, yeah, see you in a bit.